Good evening. I'm Epstein with your Metal Market Wrap-Up, and this wrap-up is for Monday, the 18th of November, 6:55 p.m. Central Time. All right. Gold and silver, most of the metals had neat rallies today. They held some key numbers, some key averages. You'll see that in a little bit here. The bounce was neat. I think it was predicated on a few things. It certainly helped over the weekend to hear that President Biden was going to let Ukraine have certain missiles that can go about 190 miles from the border of Ukraine inside of Russia. So that changes the game a little bit. Now, whether they'll get even longer term ones out of other NATO members, I can't answer that. France has some that would go about 150 miles. So we'll see what is going to end up. But that added some fuel to the fire. Over the weekend, as for other parts, I just think you were very oversold. You had a rally today that took place in some of the stocks, but I don't think it's that strong just yet. And the word is if you're a stock trader, you want to pay attention to this special report that I just put out on stocks. I think it's one of the best that I've done. I think that it shows you where you're at right now. And this is important. This report will go off the board Wednesday, and the actions that it requires basically are now. So you have to make some decisions with that. On the energy market, we are seeing other problems. What kicked this market up about $2 a barrel today, by the way, was the fact of the missiles that could be there. I'm still convinced that there's still an oversupply on the marketplace. We will see. But there were disruptions in Norway and Kazakhstan. And as those disruptions hit, they're not permanent in nature, but they occurred, and that cut some supply down. I think that gave that market a bounce as well, which obviously fed into the energies, strong oil, dollar that's wandering right here, interest rates that no longer added yield today probably helped that market a bit. When we look in the morning, we're going to get U.S. housing starts and building permit data. We're going to get the Red Book Group on weekly retail sales. And we're going to get the API numbers coming out at 3:30 in the afternoon. We have a lot of earnings report. If you're a stock trader, big amount of retail earnings are going to hit the market now. So when we take a look at gold, this is what I'm talking about. Do you remember when I said if we fall, keep your eye on this? Where I'm looking for the support to come in was the red line, the 18-week moving average of closes. And so far, doesn't mean I'm right, but so far, that's exactly what's occurred. When we take a look at this vertical price break, the market's getting a bounce off of that. You can see that you've got the pattern still of lower highs, lower lows. You haven't broken that pattern. So I don't know how much leg this market will have to it. It held, again, the 100-day average of closes, and it moved away to the right-hand side of the Bollinger Band. You had a 1, 2, 3, 4 days under it, then you spun back to the right-hand side. I don't think you're yet out of the woods. That's one of the things I'm saying. Another thing that is a positive tonight, let's talk a positive here. I want you to look at these numbers on the slow stochastic. Now, we don't know where the market will finish today, so let's not get excited about that. But both numbers were under 20 on the close today. Both numbers were under 20 on Friday, and both were that way on Thursday. I'll go even one more day. They weren't the day before. So you locked in what's called an embedded reading, and you're immediately losing that. If this stays lost, then the odds favor before prices go back under 25.41, price and the 18-day average will make a run at each other. In other words, this is a signal tonight for shorts. It's probably smart money coming out of the market. Gold-silver ratio also fell back to a key average. That's why I started off saying we went to a lot of key numbers right here, and that's where you're stuck there. In the silver market, same type of action, losing that reading. I think you're going back to the 18-day average before you make new lows under that number. That's the high percentage. Doesn't mean it works, but that's the percentage play. Copper market's just oversold. I still say copper is basically China in one word, the canary in the mine. We will see just what they do. Is China going to be able to get anything positive done with that? Platinum, like the gold, lost its bearish embedded reading. The odds are it's coming right into this period here before you go back under that low. So momentum to the downside in the metals, 3 out of the 4 metals gone. That doesn't mean it'll hold on just yet, but it's a really good sign that you've worn out the side of the downside here and the markets want to do something different. In the dollar, we've just reopened. I was hoping we would do that as we get here. You're still embedded. Now, if the market drops much more, you could lose that embedded reading. If you do, then the dollar could be slipping even further. The odds are that the pros are buying it early in the evening tonight, going to try to support it. We'll see if that actually works. Lose the reading by the red number closing under 79, and I think the pros will dump on that market. Now, as you heard me talk, I've done a special report on stock indices. All you need to do is go to iraepstein.com. When you're on the website, look on the top left. You will see the special report right there. Today is day 1 of 3 days that it's up. After that, it's gone forever. I'm going to repeat. This is not about buy here, sell there. It's all about the momentum and what the market does from November 5th, 30 trading days out. It is interesting as can be. I mean, when I tell you interesting, a scale of 1 to 10, I think it's a 10. So you go to iraepstein.com, you'll see it. You can move your cursor to the top here, another way to view it, and I'll catch up with you all. And by the way, if you go to our free offers and you look at SeasonX, you can sign up there for the SeasonX. We've worked out with them where we can give you a free trial to it. And should you decide to buy it, they will also give you a 20% discount on it. So pretty interesting. I'm Ira. You have a good day.